Hello and welcome to another episode of Beartrapt and Friends Playing Normals. This game is it's a testament to why you really shouldn't just be a dick in chat, especially like early in the game. Um, we have a problem in the League of Legends community where people who think they like above common courtesy like to get under people's skin, and I don't think it's a really good practice. This team was a little strange. We were confused because they didn't have a jungler and they didn't have really a traditional support. So I guess this is a kill lane in bot with Ashe and Nocturne. Um, Obviously you have me playing Rengar jungle without the skin this time because I got a couple complaints that I kept playing him with the skin. We have Mido on Corki. We have Star Wars Mike on Blitzcrank. And we have Requiem Pow, who is Patrick playing Ari, and we have Icy Spicy playing Singed. Actually, it's not Patrick on his account. It's actually June, who is Icy Spicy on Patrick's account, and Patrick on June's account. But that's not all that important. Again, they didn't have a jungler, so we were a little bit worried here. A little bit more worried that I would get invaded, but we weren't like it wasn't something that I voiced. So Mike was there. Luckily, Galio. I don't know what Galio was doing. He kind of walked into Mike's pull, and it looks like they're gonna try and gank us here. But I actually accidentally face checked this bush, see Javin, and we back out. We do a little bit of damage, and this is just a really bad position for us. I really thought I was gonna die here, but Mike has a clutch exhaust. He gets exhausted, but then they chase us all the way to the tower. We pick up Galio, and we pick up Javin as well, and for a 2-for-1 and a bunch of assists on our side. So it's a certainly a decent way to start the game. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this to double time. Again, I want to keep this video short, so I don't want to keep everybody here watching all the boring farming and stuff like that. So after that crazy start, I go back and I get 5 health pots instead of just getting boots, and 3, which is what I normally start with. And I had to back into the jungle. Thankfully, they didn't, because 2 of them died. They didn't really take anything in the jungle, but even still, I took a safer route. Um, Here we have Patrick up top playing Icy Spicy, getting bullied, which is gonna happen because he's in a lane with 2 of them. And we have Mido here, doing what Mido does on Corki. They're nerfing Corki in the next patch, but honestly, they're not really nerfing his damage. They're just nerfing his cooldown, so it's really not that bad. Mike, Mike is usually a Shen player for our videos, and in a lot of videos he'll be supporting. He plays Gangplank pretty well. He plays Shen very well as a support character. He just started playing Blitzcrank. Here I come in, try and dive on Nocturne. Uh, Ash takes a good bit of damage. We pick up Ash. We pick up Nocturne. So it's a successful gank in bot. I was a little bit upset here because I felt like I was a little disrespected about my jungle being invaded. But here we have a negative turn as Javin picks up Singed. I mean, Patrick is gonna have a real hard time here because he's by himself. But what they do is kind of strange because they take the turret early, and I understand this whole early domination type of thing where you want to drop turrets early, you want to get as many kills as possible, you just want to overwhelm them. But this is actually bad because they give Patrick free farm here. Yeah, they'll be able to roam, but they give Patrick free farm. Mike picks up a beautiful kill on Nocturne, and then in comes Brandon to grab Ash, who does pick up does pick up get picked up by Corky. Sorry about that. And June in here is actually playing a very safe game. This is only her second real Ari game, so it's good to see. Javin, he just decided to start jungling at this point because he took the tower on top, so they figure leave Singed and Timo heal jungle, and he does a pretty effective job, honestly. I wouldn't say that he does a bad job. He does exactly what he's supposed to do for his team. I used to play a little bit of Javin, not my favorite champ though. Uh, Here we have another gank. We pick up Ash. Nocturne gets me and Corky. So it's just a bad 1 for 2. But you know, Jarvan right now is pretty strong. He's a little bit stronger than me. He only all he has is a Vamp Scepter for the sustain. I imagine Mike gets a double kill here, even though he dies because Mike just his Blitzcrank, and I think Blitzcrank is a pretty strong champ in general. Um, and Galio, man, Galio is definitely the anti-mage. From what I understand, you can just build magic resist on him, and he gets ridiculous because he has a decently high base damage. Um, I really wanted to gank mid lane and help June out because I know she's relatively new to Ari, but Rengar has a really hard time ganking in the mid lane pre six, and even then, you have to use your ult to gank. It's an R based gank regardless. Um, I have a feeling that she's gonna get caught here, so I really want to help her, but I can't. Like, there's really not much I can do. I try and circle around. I tell her I can't see Jarvan because there's no ward there. Um, I tell her if she can land a charm, we can go for a gank. But if she can't land a charm, I'm not gonna try it. Um, and like I said, with Rengar in mid, you have to lead with your R. And because I led with my R there, Jarvan is able to just cataclysm on top of me, and I can't. There's nothing I can do, and it's if if he had not cataclysm right on top, if I had not used my R to get to Galio, then chances are I would have been able to pop R, jump out of his cataclysm onto a minion, but like I said, I used it to lead into the gank. So it's really like positioning kind of is makes it hard for Rengar to do his job. But right now we're up 7. We're up to 11-7. Patrick is getting that free farm in top. Um, he's not caught up quite yet. He only has 17, but he's trying, which is all you can really ask for. Um, right now I have my necklace. I picked up a ward. Finished my boots. I went Merc Treads. I like to go Merc Treads on him. I really don't like going Ninja Tabby because I feel the tenacity is always good to have. Corky is doing pretty well. He has his Vamp Scepter, he's got his boots, and he worked into that Phage. Javan is up top, and they're pressuring Patrick, but they're only pushing him further to the turret where he can still farm. I'm sitting up in middle trying to gank, but I really can't do much. Even with my ult, if he's not really pushed up, I'm not gonna do well. So I go back to the bottom, and I definitely my statement is let's tower dive them, and we do, but we don't quite get any kills here. Trying to stack ferocity, and then we see Jarvan, and Jarvan dies. Uh, he just was coming to help, but his team should have been a little bit more vocal, I guess, telling him that we were all missing, and I don't know, maybe that's a bit of map awareness on his part. Um, at this point, I'm not doing bad, but I'm not doing well either. I'm 2, 3, and 4, and I just got killed by about 4 people, which isn't that smart. Um, and here June dies, but it was a better game. I mean, mid laners need the help, and Rengar really can't provide that help to mid lane. So if you're RQing with friends and you want to Rengar jungle, you want to make sure that whoever is in mid is going to be able to play exceptionally well with very little assistance. Here they try and go for Dragon, and I thought Ashe was gonna go over the wall, but she doesn't. We get 2 kills and we get the Dragon here. Um, I really thought Ashe was backing up into the Dragon Pit to flash over the wall, but let's see, is Ashe even running Flash? Yeah, she's running Flash, and it was up. She just didn't. I don't know what that was about, but that's fine. We pick up a turret, and we are just we're rolling right now. Um, and to be honest, June for never really playing Ari is doing relatively well. She's winning the lane in farm. She may have died, but she's definitely winning the lane in farm. Galio pokes us as we're stealing his wraiths, and then in comes this team fight. We lose Blitz, which is bad, and so it's one of those team fights where we need to get out. And I ult and escape because it's definitely a lost cause. I don't want to give up this tower, but there's really not much I can do. And then I stayed there a little too long and I'm dying. So right now I am 2-4-5. So I'm really having a bad game. But even for being 2-4-5, I've finished my Phage. I pick up a Doran's Blade because I feel like if you're really behind a Doran's Blade is definitely the way to go. They're in our jungle, stealing our blue, and we come back. We're gonna come back to lane here in a minute and say pretty much that we need to take control of this game because I think we're the stronger team, and Mido definitely agreed with me. And Mike just decides that he's gonna turn into epic blitz here in a minute. And if for a champion the man doesn't play, he was definitely surprising with the pulls and some of the plays he's gonna make. Um, Not gonna spoil it for you, but there's a pretty sick play coming up here in a second. We need to siege down this tower. Jarvan tries to stop us, much like I tried to stop them, but it's still a bad idea. Um, we want to push all the way up because we're down in towers still by one. This is a bad engage by them. They engage onto Blitz, and we just take them apart. Blitz does die, but we pick up a tower for it and a couple kills. Um, oh, I pick up a lot of assists, but like I said in a lot of the other Rengar videos, your assists are just as valuable as kills on him because of the way the necklace stacks. And we kind of back out here and try and bait them up. I don't know what we were thinking um, here because I was pretty much raging really hard because I was 2-4. Um, Galio right now is at 76 farm. He's still losing to not Patrick, to June. I drop a ward in that bush and see Javin, so he can't backdoor us here. And a team fight's about to break out. Uh, I'm gonna be trying to build ferocity here because it's just about that time. They really they really try and siege down this tower, and they have a hard time doing so. Blitz can get those epic. That's one of those epic pulls I was talking about. He pulls Jarvan, which isn't the greatest target, but he still pulls somebody. And then Patrick has a great flip of Galio, and we can pick up Galio though Patrick dies. Finally getting finally getting another kill. This is why if you're gonna siege a turret, you don't want to siege a turret when there's a blitz crank and a singe because you're not going to have a good time if Blitzcrank lands a pull. And you can be as good as you want about dodging blitz pulls, but if there's four of you in lane, it's gonna be a problem. Rengar does pretty alright in sustained sieges as long as he isn't being focused as a defender because you can build ferocity off minions. We don't have any vision here at Dragon, and they go in and I'm pretty sure they pick it up. Uh, we really had no idea. Uh, and we just go about farming up, healing, getting ourselves together. I'm going to pick up red right now. Um, I guess they were waiting for us to come through to go check dragon. I don't really see it as a smart thing for them. I think they needed to be a lot more aggressive here and pick a lane and just push preferably a side lane. As you can see, Timo has the map relatively shroomed. He has a lot of vision, and we don't really have a lot. Um, right now, I have 5 ferocity. I was trying to save it for a boulder strike because I want that root because we're playing a very high displacement team. So I kind of chase Ash up there a little bit and then come back down. They back off, and I root Nocturne, who flashes away from the root and gets blitz pulled into the team and murdered. So it was a good flash to get away from the root, but then he gets blitz pulled into the team, and then someone else gets blitz pulled into the team, and then it goes Galio, and we siege down. I mean, you really Blitzcrank is just a really good champ, and he he's just really strong. We have the epic singe bait there from Patrick, which brings Nocturne into our team and gets Nocturne killed. Um, and we pick up a tower, and we decide it's time to get out of there. Uh, and as you can see, Nocturne is a little bit upset. He starts cussing and complaining, but I think that's just a problem with the community here. in League of Legends. They get mad when they lose. I barely survived that exchange. I pick up 2 kills, but I barely survived with an ignite on me. Um, I get blue, which is nice. Uh, Here, Mido gets into it with Nocturne, who, of course, has an issue with uh, the fact that, well, I think he has a problem with the fact that he's losing the game right now. And there it goes. There's the racism. A little bit. Well, I mean, it's not really racism. It's a little bit of a racist remark. If anything chafes me about the community, it's that. I mean, anonymity does that to people. Here's a bad exchange because we're not all together, and we lose Singed, but we pick up Nocturne. Teemo stealths, but I pop my R and I jump onto him, and he dies very quickly. Um, and we proceed to continue to clear out. I was very people don't. I don't think anyone on my even on my team understood how happy I was about being able to see Stealth Teemo jump to him and eat him alive. That was really fun. I wish I had picked up the kill, but it's fine. Um, so now I'm not doing so bad because I'm 6-4 and 16. Um, and we are really this is like close to the end for them. They're getting beat up really bad here. Uh, we figure enough of them are down, but then we see them come up and we see Javin toss a standard. Timo has a nice flash over that wall to avoid being shredded by Corky and just eaten alive by the rest of us. And then we have more epic blitzcrank, and we just jump into this big melee here. And you know, you do what you're supposed to do, and you attack the carries, but we didn't really have too much of a choice. I pop my R, jump onto Ash, make sure we secure that kill. Singe flips Galio. Make sure we secure that kill. I mean, Mido is just on a tear right now, 16-2 and 13. Uh, you know, and it's not even so much that they're not really building. I mean, all their Ash has is an Infinity Edge, but here they surrender, and they're a little bit upset when we're trying to be good sports about it. But you know, you run into those rage teams every once in a while. I had fun. I always have fun when I have a good game. And I really hope these guys have better games in the future so they don't have to be so angry. Anyway, this has been a fun little episode. I hope you guys enjoy it. The next episode coming out will probably be delayed until Tuesday or Wednesday. My Rengar guide is up, and you can always check my blog for any other news posts that I don't actually say in the videos. Have a good rest of the day.